That is the all-important question. Are we seeing this for real?
She's so cute.
James Wales starting his newspaper review with that this morning. It's the front page of the Daily Mail, James.
It is the front page of the Daily Mail. Good morning, Eamon. And it is in a number of the other papers. And I'm sorry, but I'm at a loss to understand what everybody's so excited about. I mean, so you clone a cow. So
yes, but when you clone cows, they don't live as long as the original.
But it doesn't matter because they're going to be chopped and we're going to eat them.
Yes, but the thing is that they may be full of deficiencies.
The scientists say they aren't.
Well,
but they haven't officially said that yet, have they? So
well, some have, some haven't.
Know.
But I mean, you know, it seems to me ridiculous. Scientists say, a number of scientists last night came out in favour of clone farming. They argued Britain should accept the assurances of the US safety authorities that cloning is acceptable and safe. And, you know, we're going to eat these poor things, aren't we? And as long as their lives are the short lives they have are good, they're looked after humanely, I don't see what all the fuss is about.
The fuss is about productivity and money and in the interests of economics as opposed to in the interests of the consumer, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I think you'll find other stories in the news today saying that food is going to be costing a lot more in the very near future and our household bills could go up about £1,000 a year.
So does that mean we make it more rubbish than food in general?
Well,
and that's acceptable?
Why would you think it's more rubbish if it's cloned? Because these cows are cloned from the very best stock.
Yes, but you're talking about farmers who then ended up feeding their animals substandard feed and
apparently not.
And meat. No. I'm not talking about in terms of the clones, but the sort of stuff that led to mad cow disease.
I agree.
Because it's all in the interest of productivity.
Yeah.
That's what it's in the interest of.
But this is not that. It's not the same story at all. And I think
it is.
You know it isn't.
I think it is.
And you know, somebody, hang on, just a minute, you two. Somebody stopped me in the street and said, "Why does that Eamon Holmes hate you so much?" I said, "He doesn't hate me at all." No. Do you know people get very funny?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it is.
You can only banter your friends. Really. Yeah, we hit him. Yeah, that's true.
I don't think there is any reason why we shouldn't eat cloned meat. Myself, but of course I could be.
All I was going to say is that we want them to officially come out and say, you know, yes, it is safe or not. They can't just sneak it in under the radar.
Well, yesterday the Food Standards Agency in this programme said they knew everything that was going on. Today we've got 96 cows that they obviously didn't know about.
They haven't
so nobody knows anything.
Exactly. And
really.
Can I just say?
Yes, please.
Charlotte is chewing the end of her pen. She must stop doing that.
Sorry, it's a bad habit, isn't it?
You should sell that on eBay. You get a lot of money for that.
You should get a psychiatrist tell us what that means if you chew the end.
No, don't.
Why did everybody laugh when I said that? Is there some meaning to chewing the end of your pen?
Oh,
dear,
right.
Oh dear. Amen.
Thief given flat. Tell us about this.
Well, this on my drive time show on LBC Radio yesterday was the one that caused most response. It's this kid. I mean, he's a kid. He's Bradley Wernham, and he is a habitual criminal. He actually has raised the crime figures where he lives.
700 offences he's admitted to. He's the sort that just causes misery in everybody's life. Now, so basically, rather than lock him up, because that's reckoned not to be doing him any good, they give him a flat.
Well, they gave him a flat. No rent to pay, all right? Moved him in because the judge said it. You can understand this. The judge said, I don't think it's your fault. You know, you need to be understood. People need to love you. Now, of course it didn't work. Oh. No, he went out there and he committed more burglaries. So now the judge has locked him up this time. But do you know how long he's put him in prison for? Bear in mind, this guy has done over 678 robberies, and those are the only ones he's admitted to. He's got 4 years. He'll be out in 2 years, and he'll be robbing again. Right,
we're talking about the council house situation. The story's developed in the Mirror today. What have you got on that?
Well, it's under the headline of Lib Dem Olition, which I quite liked anyway, and Simon Hughes is very angry. I mean, I think it's an argument again over nothing. I think if somebody's been living in a council house all their lives, nobody is suggesting those houses are going to be taken away from them. But I think David Cameron...
No, they are suggesting. They're suggesting if you become widowed or bereaved or whatever and the house is now too big for you...
That's not a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing.
That's the difference between a house and a home, James.
If you want it, nobody is suggesting that they are going to be forcibly removed. But if you get to a certain stage in life and you think the house you've lived in is too big, most people do at some stage in their life, they're going to try and make sure they can find you somewhere to go. But what David Cameron is saying, and I think he's right, if when you start off, you get a council house because you can't afford to pay for a normal house or a flat, you're given a shortish lease if you're fairly young, and hopefully you will then get on and you will be able to afford your own, and that property with a subsidised rent will then go on to somebody else who wants it. So I think that's a sensible...
From subsidised rent to subsidised film consoles.
Now? OK, well,
right? Good idea, bad idea to scrap it?
It's a good idea to scrap it, because why should we pay for the lovies to make these films?
Now, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
I'll tell you why first, or I'll sit there, you sit here and you do the
He's doing the paper review.
It is free. No, because it is free advertising all over the world.
Right, OK. Shall I tell you why it's a bad idea?
For Britain and England.
Shall I tell you why it's a bad idea?
Go ahead.
It's a bad idea because we're broke, we don't have the money. Lots of very well-paid theatrical people could quite easily put the money into doing something like this themselves. And if they want to do this and improve the film business in this country, which I think is a good idea. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a good idea. But there are so many people, directors, actors with loads of money, they could put it in. Why should the hard-pressed public, who go out and spend their money to see the movies, and so they will make it back, have to actually subsidise them?
It's the cheapest advertising you'll ever get. You look at cities like New York, who embrace all this sort of thing. You look at the cities in Canada who embrace this, the Isle of Man who embrace this. Ireland did it for a while, they don't do it anymore. I firmly believe that these films are forever. You see them all the time. Very good for the country.
We can't afford it at the moment. That's why we can't do it.
OK.
You could give it. You could sponsor a couple of movies.
This is
why don't
stimulating the
Charlotte and I
conversation.
come up with a script and then you finance the movie?
You wouldn't want to be in one of the movies that he was sponsoring.
Really? Why? What would be wrong with it?
I'm thinking of a few having you in them. Right, somebody now apparently wants... We've had bids for Charlotte's pen this morning because it's been in her mouth.
Excellent. Here we are.
Apparently.
Here. This is the one. Shall I keep it? Actually, I will put it here.
I'm looking at the front page of The Sun today and it says, Raunchy secret of telly news girl. Does that refer to you?
That's not me, no. And me chewing my pen does not reveal any hidden secrets like that, I'd like to make clear.
She's got a really good overbite.
Got to move on. Thank you very much indeed. That was Mr. James Whale. This is Sky News Sunrise, the website... So that's a good thing, is it? Cold water washing powder?
Yes. Very good for the environment, yeah. Definitely.
But is it very good for those tricky stains, Charlotte? That's the thing.
It is. They say it's OK for tricky stains.
They say that's good. As long as you get rid of all smells and odours and everything that goes with them. Sarah Jane, sports-wise, Liverpool, who's going to buy them?
Well, it's being reported that China is behind a bid for Liverpool Football Club. The team are preparing for tonight's game.
No Manchester United fans are worried. Just repeat that again. That was 7 goals you said there.
7
goals.
7 goals. Okay. Just the 7.
Warming up nicely. Charlotte, email-wise?
Yeah, well, people commenting on this ludicrous headline in the Daily Telegraph today. Men do more work. Sinette says, don't believe everything you read in the papers. Michelle Ferguson says, if a man lived one day in my life, he would die from being exhausted. They would never cope in a woman's world. Dawn says, I think Charlotte's right. The thing is that women just get on and do it, but we don't need to boast about it. Aloma Moore says, it's the best joke I've heard in a long time. And another thing, Eric in Colchester has a cure for my chewing the ends of pens. Yes. He says he cured his wife by cleaning his ears out with them. Oh. It's really put me off this morning. I'm not going to touch my pen again.
Just knows where it's
just
been.
In case.
Only a boy would do that. Disgusting. It's just revolting. Having grown up with younger brothers, it's just awful.
And Eamon's looking a bit cheeky, like he might do it himself.
What have you done to my pen?
How revolting is the weather?
It could be better. It's not that bad. A little bit of everything today. There will be some clouds, some showers, but also some morning sunshine. Make the most of it.
Appears. Let's get a rundown of what else is happening. Charlotte has the very latest.
Thanks, Eamon. 3 young children who died yesterday at a block of flats in Edinburgh have been named. Sky sources say they're 8-year-old twins Austin and Luca Riggi and their 5-year-old sister Cecilia.
Sky News.
And when you're thrown into the public gaze, it can take a little time to find your feet, as the newest resident of an Australian zoo has been finding out. This little pygmy hippo is called Kambiri. It's a Nigerian name that means, allow me to join this family. Well, she's been making her debut at Taronga Zoo in Sydney, and it will take her a bit of time to adapt to her newfound fame, as her keeper says she's very, very shy and she likes to sleep lots. She's a little bit unsteady on her feet at the moment as well.
Kambiri. Very, very nice. Very nice. Thanks, Charlotte. We're going to be talking about this whole blood diamond situation and whatnot.